One day I was on my way back home from my classes, and my dear friend asked me, "Whatever happened to the F boy version of you?" And I told him right there, I stopped effing boys. Let's move on from that and embrace the fact that people who are F boys and F girls, very child friendly term used over here, F girls, these people, they're shallow, right? And they are shallow because they have no sense of character within themselves, that they rely on their whole personality being someone who just leeches on to multiple people and just sucks their soul dry. Like, come on, bro. And all these people will be like, oh yes, I started breaking so many hearts after that one girl broke mine. Like, bro, she probably dodged a bullet, right? Like, if you're gonna go through a rough breakup, and the best outcome in terms of your personality is just you being a whore, it's not that tough, bro. It's pretty easy to mess with someone's feelings and shit. It's pretty easy to pretend to be someone you're not. What's difficult is just being someone who isn't so shallow that they need to, be someone else or be a piece of shit. For reference, these guys. And it's always the same storyline, bro. It's like, oh, every F boy was once a lover boy who got his heart broken, and oh my god, so sad. Like, bro, if you are truly like a lover boy, you're not gonna just resort to becoming a man slut after like getting your heart broken once. That's the whole. See, this is why get rid of that perspective, bro. Because genuinely, the risk to reward ratio for just wanting to be in love is so good. Like, okay, what are you risking? You risk giving someone love, showing someone love, right? And giving to others makes you happy. Okay. Now, if you're giving to other people expecting that they reciprocate it, then you're just not giving for the joy of giving. You're giving for selfish purposes, which isn't a reason why you should be giving people some shit in the first place. Now, for sure, when you give shit to someone and like instead of like giving you shit back, they don't even like be neutral. They just straight up take a shit in your face. That's different. But like genuinely, that's if that happens too. Like if someone just breaks your heart after everything you've done in the most disgusting, wild way ever, why would you still give up on the idea of pure love? It, in essence, what's pure love? What is this really happen about? It's basically just you and another soul being so interconnected that you can't think of anyone else taking their place in your life anymore. Which I have experienced. Very luckily, I have experienced. Now, the end result of that shit, I'm not here to talk about. Point is, you shouldn't give up. Right? You shouldn't just resort to superficial values after your heart gets broken. I mean, I understand the appeal of it. You live long enough to become a villain and type shit. But if you are genuinely a pure soul and stay true to your heart, even if you try 5, 6, 20 times to find love, right, with 30 different people and nothing works out, at least you know you did everything in your power, right? And if you don't think so, talk to a friend, ask them why everything's going so wrong, because it isn't really is it stops becoming a question of like why does everything wrong happen to me after you've been through like several partners and all of those relationships got torn apart, and your perspective should switch to like maybe I am a bit of the problem, right? Don't just completely blame yourself, because maybe you can't handle it. Okay, maybe you resort to other means of settlement. Whew. Yeah, we don't want to talk about those other means, very dark shit. So yeah, don't completely blame yourself, but ease yourself into the fact that it's gonna be uncomfortable, and once you're okay with it, then you won't have so much trouble in trusting someone again or loving someone again. Because not everyone in the world is gonna break your heart. Of course, there can be instances where everyone you meet is just a massive piece of shit. Then you have to think about where you are, right? But as long as you analyze, as long as you think about stuff that you could have done, and the stuff that they did, and what you would do in their place, and what they would do if they were in your place, right? You get a bunch of perspectives from your perspective. I'm not saying you'll get the perfect story for everything. That's just not how we are. We get incomplete stories of everything, and our tiny little brains try to, shape reality to fit into the tiny little box of perceptions we have. Banger quote and banger voice crack. Is that considered a voice crack? I don't know. Anyway, point is, if you were truly a genuine lover boy or a lover girl, you wouldn't resort to becoming a heartbreaker essentially right after getting your own heart broken. Because in theory, if you feel bad for something that someone did to you, if you're a good person, you will try your best to not let that shit happen to someone else again. But here, these people, these kids, always blaming their exes and shit for their own issues, for them being a piece of shit. Like, oh, that girl left him, that's why he's such a piece of shit. No, he was always a piece of shit, and the girl left him was like, that was just an excuse. The girl leaving him was just an excuse. He was always gonna be a piece of shit. And the same, it works both ways, bro. It works both ways. And the thing is, you can recover from everything, okay? Except for one thing, which I have talked about in one of my recent videos. But you can recover from 99% of the things by just accepting your mistake and trying your best not to repeat. Now, that's easier said than done, but what the other option, just not trying at all, just being a piece of shit your whole life, doesn't sound too appealing. I mean, it does appeal most people because they don't perceive it as ruining someone else's life. They perceive it as just hurting the other people in their life the same way they were hurt. Like, bro, it just doesn't make sense. What if victims of child molestation hurt people the same way they were hurt? Exactly, man, exactly. What a weird thought, a rambunctious thought. Can thoughts even be rambunctious? What does it mean to be rambunctious? Like the Ram Rider from Clash Royale? Exactly. Now you're seeing the shit that gets cooked in my brain. It's like a fried rice mixed with some chicken curry, but you put it in the oven for some reason, and it all just comes out looking like a pile of dog shit, but it tastes like the best thing ever. That's basically my thought process, summed up. Yeah, I don't really have much to say anymore. I'm just gonna extend this video as long as I can. No, I'm not a piece of shit.